All right. First and foremost, I want to thank the Patreons for everything they help us with to be able to do the shows that we do and everything else. So just want to throw that out there at the very beginning. But without that being said, this is a long awaited, overdue. I think it's been like a year
It's
of
been
us
two
like
years.
getting
It's been
together.
2 years.
2 years, damn son, it flew by,
It's
bro.
been
Like
a,
so, straight
a
up.
long goddamn
So
while.
look, I'm gonna give the explanation. Right up here off the top. So we started doing this random show called 30 Coins just because we enjoyed the first episode that we watched and we kept watching them and they were entertaining. And we were doing reviews for 30 Coins. Okay. And we got down to the end, everybody's schedules started getting like real busy and everything. And like we didn't get a lot of like views at the time for the thing. So we were just kind of like, all right, man, whatever. This is just a show that we accidentally bumped into and that we all got together and started watching together and stuff like that and was having a good time with it. So it was like, hey, why not? Like basically free content. We're watching this show. We're having fun watching the show. We might as well like do some content and make some reviews for it. And that's what we did. And like I said, we got to about the very last episode for the review for that last episode of 30 Coins, and everybody's schedule got really jambled up. Everybody was doing a bunch of stuff. We had a lot of things going on. So then we didn't do it. We were meaning to do one for the very last episode of 30 Coins, season 1. But everything happened. It got jumbled up. Like we just didn't come back to it because, like I said, it didn't at the time. It didn't have like this huge amount of views for us or whatever. And we were just like, okay, cool. Like nobody was actually really excited about doing it. We already watched the season. We'd already talked about it amongst ourselves. But then, as what you said, 2 years. So yeah, maybe it's been 2 years. But like those reviews for like 30 Coins is some of the most watched stuff that ever has been put on the channel for 30 Coins. So you know what? Because there's a season 2, this is about
bringing it back by popular demand.
Yeah, bringing it back, man. Like we even had like somebody on YouTube have a comment like when we're gonna do the last one. But this is what we was doing. Like we heard season 2 is coming out pretty soon. It's gonna get dropped. I'm pretty sure on the same HBO Max like the original 30 Coins is. So if you haven't ever seen this show, I overall recommend it. We had a lot of fun with it. You can go back and watch our reviews for it and stuff like that. But like, yeah, straight up 100%. It was pretty crazy at the time. It's still pretty crazy. Like I'm pretty sure Caleb, you had to go back. I had to go back and like refresh myself a little bit.
I literally watched it a long time. Last episode today.
Yeah. So, but like season 2 is on the way. So we're gonna finish up season 1, and I guess at the end we'll say, hey, based on what we got to see for an entire season, will we be up for watching season 2 that's coming up? So, Caleb, man, what did you think last episode of the season? For this review after a long layoff, like what did you actually think after watching the last episode?
Well, I mean, after going through like a lot of crazy stuff happened, a lot of crazy monsters, and then they get even crazier with all the weird stuff that was going on in this last episode. When it started right off, like this giant ass monster just shows up, coming from the bowels of hell. And then you just get all the weird atmosphere that they turned this whole town into. It just got really freaky in the end. And then just kind of like, okay, now we just take down the villains and everybody else goes their separate ways. So it was a little bit like craziness. And then it's just like, huh? Kind of like that.
Right. So this show starts out crazy, but in like a different kind of way. And then this show ends on this last episode, ends crazy. Like you said, my biggest downfall with this last episode was actually the first like 10 minutes because they're walking into the town again. Like, so the priest, and his two, hombres that he's like became friends with during this whole thing is coming into town to bust it up. You got this evil guy over there that's supposed to be like trying to bring in the Antichrist and stuff like that, because this has a lot of religious stuff to it or whatever. So like you have that stuff going on, and then like it's all foggy and shit. They can't see nothing. And then all of a sudden this big monster, like you said, comes out the ground. And I'm fine with that because this season had monsters in it. Weird monsters. Like we had one that we used to. Yeah, we had one. I can't remember the entire name. Like one of our reviews, I know had to have it a couple of times, but like super killer baby monster or whatever the hell spider monster thing. It was like, so we had like a special name for a couple of the monsters. So it was fine that they had a big monster, But then like they kind of shooting it for a little while. There's a couple of things that happens, and then like the damn monster disappears. The monster disappears.
Just goes away.
And you never see that big ass monster again.
It literally did nothing. It showed up.
Exactly.
It kind of pushed them around, and then it disappeared. Like that's why. That's why I said it's like, huh?
Yeah, it hit him with his big penis nose like, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Like, and then like, that was it, man. It was like, so that happened. But if you take that away to me, I think this episode was actually pretty good. It had a lot of good imagery. You still had like the religious aspect that it was going for. I think the rest of the episode, you know, them trying to get a couple of items that they needed to try to go in here and end this and all this stuff was like pretty cool. I think that what happens at the very end of the episode was also pretty nice because like I love like the actual like storytelling about it, like what actually ended up. So you have just a little bit of an overview. So you have this guy who's trying to bring in the Antichrist, right? To try to bring in the end of the world, basically. And, you know, he's basically like a demon that's setting up these other people that are humans on Earth. So like the humans are to be the ones that do it. So they got this guy, they set him up as a priest and everything else. He's coming out to congratulations and all this, but like with these other people that's been helping this whole time to like get this started. And the 30 coins show is based on the fact of the 30 pieces of silver that my man
Judas was paid to
Judas
betray Jesus.
Used exactly. So it's based on those 30 coins and they have power, each individual one. So they gather and there's this group of like these guys that are like priests and stuff from like the Catholic Church and everything that are trying to gather all these coins to get all the power together to start this, right? So some bad guys that infiltrated like the Roman Catholic Church and they were getting all these coins for the power to get them together. Well, once you get all these coins together in one place again, it becomes like very powerful. It starts the end of the world basically. And that's what they were trying to do. So like at the end, it was crazy to me because you had, you know, basically the evil guys, the demon, Satan, whatever you want to call him, like getting all this stuff together. He gets it all together. And at the very end, the guy gets tackled from the roof. And when he hits the ground, the coins scatter everywhere off the thing he was with.
Yeah, but that's another part where that was another part that kind of like, okay, we finally got the 30 coins together. It's about to be the end of the world. And then all does is tackle him. And then everything's, you know, gone away.
I get you.
Like that's another part where it's like, huh?
Yeah, you could kind of say like the tackle was kind of like melodramatic or whatever, right? Like not as grand as you want it to be, since there's been monsters and stuff throughout this episode. There was another monster in this episode. There's more than one, but like I don't mind I don't mind the meaning behind this, right? So like I was saying was, so this guy gets tackled, the coins scatter, all the people that have been gathered together that wanted all this power, wanted to be part of all this power, obviously greed. The coins are now free. Now they have the opportunities to get these coins because even the coins by themselves grant you some power. Now, not the ultimate power, but they grant you some power and make you more powerful than what you are. So it was just basically like these guys that were trying to bring forth the end of the world, trying to work for Satan, you know, and everything else. But greed is the thing that destroyed it, right? So greed is the thing overall that kills this whole thing because they all start fighting each other and hurting each other and beating the crap out of each other for the coins that scatter all over the place and everything else. And I just thought that was really super cool. Now, just the like thought process behind that of like something that's actually evil beating evil, right? It wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, and I like. Yeah, I like the backstory that they gave to the coins as well. When the dude was talking with the other dude, he said he was talking about Napoleon had one, 3 of the coins. Hitler had 5 coins, and that's why they did what they did and trying to conquer the world. Like this dude that had all the coins was going to try to do. I really like the whole backstory they put into what happened and put into like real history, mixing it with that.
Oh yeah.
So it's a fictional show. So
now that's a good point because if you put it in perspective, Hitler only had 5 coins. And look how powerful he got.
Yeah.
Like a couple of other decisions he could have made along the way. He might actually be conquered the world at that point, right? During World War II. So just think about that. 5 coins, that's all he had. And like he devastated the world in a lot of ways, especially in certain areas of the world. So like think about 30 of those bastards all in one spot. Like, what's going to happen, right? So like that's the crazy part. And like I said, it was kind of cool to me that evil destroyed evil, because like greed's evil, right? And this entity's evil, and it kind of destroyed each other. But like I said, that part was pretty cool. I do like how they ended this. Like, there's sometimes that like you watch a season of something, you don't even know if it's going to get a season 2, and the end in the last episode, the end kind of sucks. But on this end, and I'm glad they're doing a season 2 because of this fact. But once you watch this story at the very end, I thought they did a good, nice job. So you got this lady that was kind of like a big figure in this town or whatever before all this stuff started happening. And you had this other guy that was one of the other dudes that just didn't go crazy over greed. He was able to keep control of himself, unlike the other idiots. So like they kind of come together. They have one of the coins, because like she just kind of puts her foot on there, like, and sneaks it out there. They get out of there with the coin. So they got some power stuff going on. We also see the individual that was supposed to be the representation of like either a demon. I don't think he's actually like Satan, but he's like somebody doing Satan's bidding. He's like a demon or whatever. He's got powers. So like we have that guy show, he sits down in a chair and just transforms into something else, and then shows up in the middle of like New York City, like, and that's how the story is going to like. So to me, this is kind of a cool premise for a show. I think it's got some legs, possibly, if they keep, writing it pretty well. Is this guy has to keep trying to do what he's doing to eventually get the end of the world to come. Like, that's his job, is to get like the Antichrist here on Earth so that the end of the world can start, so that Revelation can start. So he keeps having to do this thing over and over and over again until finally it works, until finally like someone fails to stop it. And like, so he's walking around New York. So it seems like season 2 should probably start in New York or something like that, with him kind of starting the whole thing again, like that, what happened in the first episode of this whole show. And so I actually think like the ending left like some good like endings to it. Like, you can look at this as like an ending to a story completely. You can be like, oh, okay, so this story is telling you that this just keeps being like a circle. But because it's a show, and we know now, like obviously like a Monday they start season 2, because of that, we know that they do have a season 2. Like, this is kind of a cool thing for a show, like to have the reason to keep going. It's just going to be interesting to see how they tell the story and how they do it differently to me.
Yeah.
But Ferris joined us. Hello, Ferris.
Yeah. Ferris, what's up?
Continue talking. You're talking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Another big part of it, you saw him changing his body, that we figured out in the end that he was the priest's friend the whole time, the one that got possessed and actually gave him the coin in the first place. I that was a big surprise for me. That I didn't know if it was certainly that he was him the whole time, or if he was just trying to mess with them, changing into him. I'm guessing that he was the friend from the whole time, but yeah, that was a big reveal in this final episode.
Yeah, Ferris, we're kind of still like we went a little past that, but like, what'd you think overall about the episode, overall about the story?
Same old, man. I was intrigued, I was confused, I was weirded out. I was like, what the hell is going on? Y'all remember the old lady? Then he starts beating up the old lady, and I'm like, yo, you beating up an old lady? And then the old lady becomes a spider.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys remember? What is it?
Killer baby spider monster?
No,
I can't remember the name yet.
Spider babies. Demon spider baby. Demon spider baby.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Demon spider baby, and she's like a spider. And one thing else, because why didn't she try to stab him with the arms?
Plot
but then he plot. It's cool with me. I'm fine with it. Come on, guys. Look at the plot armor's fine. Look at the graphics. You know what I mean? Look at that weird monster thing that came out out of the ground. You know what I mean? I'm fine with it.
That's the weakest thing to me, like, is that very beginning, just because we never saw the monster again. It came out of nowhere, this big, huge, like Godzilla-sized thing.
Yeah.
Out of the ground, like, starts hitting them with its like big, huge nose, I guess it was, or whatever. Starts knocking them around and shit. Almost kills them. They shoot it a few times with like guns,
Yeah.
Else, but like it kind of falls back for a second and then just kind of sinks back into the
Yo,
ground.
yeah, that's crazy. Me like, yo, man, like a gun.
But it's like, bro,
Gun?
like
A
I would
gun
be
took
cool.
it out.
I would be cool if at the end when
No,
people,
man, give me my Glock. Give me my Glock 9.
Another,
cool.
but that's another point that he got all these guns out of the armory in the previous episode. Where the hell were all those guns? Because they didn't use any of them. They were sitting there shooting with the
well,
handguns.
except for shooting the
Why
big
did
monster.
you pick those guns?
Yeah, man. He had the two
Like-
Uzis, the two handguns, and the hunting rifle.
Yeah, and they didn't use any of the other guns that he had in the bag. So like that was.
But overall, I like the
whole
I like the episode.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. You brought up the old lady, and then like I had forgot. I knew the old lady had these powers, but ain't there a point where that old lady was standing out a window watching two people get it on and kind of like spit on herself or something like that?
So
like,
because she controlled Elena's dead husband.
Yeah.
So Elena was having sex with a dead man.
That's what
exactly. Like
yeah. No, my thing is this, man. I like the episode. I was watching it on my way from school. I thought I was gonna miss the review, but I got here just in time. It's just so many horse heads.
Yeah,
it was just disturbing.
They do look obviously they're not technically horses, but it does look like horse. Well, maybe I guess
no, they are like they're fake horses. They're horses and there's pigs and there's pig heads.
Oh yeah,
there's pigs and horse heads and all that.
Like horses, like if that's what a horse looks like, skin, like it does look very evil. Like I mean, I guess anything is evil, but like that I was thinking like, man, what is that? Like I couldn't picture what animal it was. It did not look recognizable to me, but that was somewhat because they were obviously like skin and they were like
they scanned it was scanned and they pulled the ribs apart.
Yeah
you know, it was like I was disturbed, but then I quite enjoyed at the end, right, where he tackles him off the balcony, right, and they both hit the ground and the coins disperse just like just like in the intro with Judas. He hangs himself, it drops to the ground and the coin spread, and then people steal the coins because the key.
Nice, you're right. The opening sequence, like
the opening sequence. Yeah. So the 30 coins Judas got for betraying Jesus. He had all the 30 coins in his pocket. All the priests, they're there, like saying like, "Yo, this is a monumentous moment. This is an amazing moment." But they want to be that they wanted to be that priest. So why do you think when the coins dropped out of his pocket, instead of trying to help him up, they went after the coins because they want to be the Antichrist.
Yeah, they're literally applauding the guy. He gets tackled off the roof, and then one guy goes, ooh, because he hits the roof before they like roll off completely to the ground. Then they roll off until some cement that's down there. So they dead as hell. And then like, crazy stuff going on. And then, like I said, I did love that though, that like that's what they did. They just attacked each other. One of the guy, I think, bit another guy's finger.
Yeah, he did. He bit it. Yeah.
Like there was probably a bunch of nut punching in there, like elbows to the
Somebody
face.
got stomped out. Somebody got stomped out, bro. A couple of forearm shivers.
It was like a fumble in the NFL, like that. Those
it was a scrum. Yeah, it was a scrum. Hey man, absolute power corrupts absolutely. The coins is the beginning of absolute power. He had absolute power with the 30 of them, and he was almost there until the dove got him.
And it's crazy because, like, technically a good guy, like this good priest, is the one that tackles him off the building and basically commits suicide to save everybody. But
He's probably dead because of the stabbing.
Yeah, they got all the blood behind him.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's
dead.
Yeah, but my point is like that's interesting to me is the fact that like those priests that were on the ground, they could have just been like, hey guys, like let's calm down, let's be calm, let's gather the coins back up and finish this ritual so we can get. Like they literally could have won, but easily because there's nobody there to stop them at that moment. But it's just crazy how
they wanted to do it. They wanted to be the Antichrist.
Like I said, a good guy pushes that guy off the roof, tackles that guy off the roof, but it was actually evil beat evil.
There's no honor among thieves.
Yeah, exactly.
Man. You're ready. They were ready to screw each other over. They were ready to accept him as the Antichrist, but whoever the people watching wanted to be the Antichrist. You know what I mean?
I want to point out that like we did mention, like y'all mentioned the guns, like he had an armory, and then all of a sudden they were missing after the first scene. Yeah. They didn't have as many guns, it seemed like, anymore. Like the one fault here would be those couple of different details and items, and the big monster not showing back up out of no, doesn't come back around. But then it's weird because they do have some cool details. Like I did love the fact they had these dead animals that they had sacrificed, obviously for this ritual or whatever. But I thought it was really cool that like in every scene that had these, it wasn't just like you see the carcasses. It was like the flies were everywhere.
Yeah.
Very detailed because that makes sense, right? Like you got these dead things laying out in the sun. Like you're going to have a bunch of flies.
They're rotten.
Everything.
Smell.
Yeah, exactly. So like
they were handing out masks.
Yeah.
They were handing when the priests were entering. They were whoever the priest who couldn't handle the smell were given masks. That's why Fabio was like, "Don't give me a mask."
Because he said no.
Yeah, he's like, "No, I love the smell. I am the anti.
Smell this shit.
Yeah, I am the Antichrist. I will smell it if I want to.
I don't need it.
Yeah,
like I there. But like overall, I think as far as the season, and we can kind of go into this, right? Like is like. The whole entire season, I thought overall was written well. There's a couple of things like the CGI that you could notice that wasn't the greatest in the world.
Yeah,
it's like an overseas show. Like this. Listen, I'm from like Alabama. Caleb, is a jock. Loves football, and Ferris is from what, Yemen?
From California, Justin.
I mean, no, dog. You're openly admit you were born.
Yeah, I'm from Yemen. Yes, I'm from Yemen. Yes.
I'm just saying. We're all over the place, but listen, guys, this is a show that you do have to read. Like you got to read the subtitles.
It's in Spanish.
Listen, yeah, it's in Spanish, which I thought was really cool. And that first episode drew me in big time, man. I was like, I just remember watching the first like 10 minutes of that episode, and then I'm telling you guys in Discord,
you got to watch it.
This is crazy. Y'all got to watch at least this first 10 minutes. It's crazy. Like. And y'all got up on there, and that's when we decided to like, oh shit, man, we'll watch this shit together because this show's pretty awesome. It was obviously during COVID or whatever. So like, nah, man, like, but as
you had me at Demon Spider Baby.
Yeah, exactly. But even with the weirdness it had, like the weirdness kind of made sense because it was like supernatural.
Yeah, it was supernatural and religious stories and all that jazz. Yeah.
But even like the characters and stuff were written pretty well. Like. There are some flaws here. Like I said, you could point out the CGI, but they didn't have as much money. Obviously, this is like an overseas film and everything. It's not even on, like when you try to watch the show, it doesn't even say HBO. It's like HBO Europe or whatever it is, right?
Well,
so
yeah, it's in Spain. Yeah. So yeah.
Exactly. So like, nah, but I'm just saying they don't have the funds that like a lot of these other shows did. It wasn't like super crappy terrible, but that was some of the things that was okay with it. But they had this creativity. I thought the story was really interesting. Some of the most interesting stuff was when they were getting into the religious stuff, right? We were seeing the bishops and stuff like that for the first time, and they were kind of interacting. The religion part of it was like really super cool and fun. So I'm actually
when Vergara had to go overseas to like it was like Italy and he had to like visit and had to go to the museum. And then they had to talk about like how like there's two, there's the Christianity that everyone does, and then there's like the evil, like the Judas devil worshiping members, and it's like it's
to think that like Judas was correct or whatever. Like, hey man, there's some people out there. People even talk about the
no, it's not a telenovela, Brandy. Trust me, it's not a telenovela.
But
real quick,
that's a good point. She does bring that up. I've been saying on most of the reviews, I like the drama parts of the show between the whole love triangle between he's cheating on his wife and his wife's all pissed off, so she has to go to the witch.
You like, to be honest, Caleb, you and Danny especially, y'all two like the titties, okay? Y'all got super into it once the titties showed up for the first time. Y'all was like,
yo, man, homegirl got stabbed.
They finally hooked up. Homegirl and then now she's about to die.
Yo, man, she gets stabbed in the neck with a pin.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. Right in the jugular, man. Oh, that was wild.
But we got
his wife just popped out of nowhere, like a damn.
Yeah, how did she even get there? She looked like she might be helping, but like, all right, well, I got something to say about that part. But I want to pull up a couple things because we're doing this live, like in the chat. So we got Greg over here. In season 2 called 40 coins.
No.
Not unless Judas came back and used 40 coins on the second deception. All right. We got Hambone. Have you learned Spanish after this? Como te llama? Me llamo usted. I can't say it. All right. So we're going to go to the is this show? Yeah, y'all actually brought this up.
No.
And no, it's technically not. But like, look, I gotta say, with the woman, with the mayor, right? So the one of the main characters was the mayor. He was married to this lady, and then obviously he meets Elena, who Caleb and Danny loved a lot. You know what I'm saying?
She's part of the show.
For her acting ability.
She's a decent looking woman over there, Elena is. But like, so he leaves this evil looking lady he was already with, right? Like he dumps her ass.
You make good choices there.
Listen, men, learn something. Men, you have got to start learning something, man, when it comes to stuff like this. Like he literally goes to her house to check on her because he's got a little bit of his heart still with her. He was with her for a long time. I get it. I understand. So you go over there, you checking on your girl, everything else, but you know you're going to be with Elena over here. You're not going to be with this old thing you were with before then. So like, but you go over there because you're like, hey, she's like acting different. She doesn't seem like she's like everybody else. And technically she wasn't like everybody else. She hadn't been like being part of like the communion and everything else that was happening at the church. But my thing is, guys, listen, man, don't go do that shit. For one, don't eat no food from some woman that you may have cheated on. For one, you don't.
Yeah, man, that's how she found him. She was tracking him through the magic.
The dumbass shit right there. Okay, for one, don't eat no damn food.
And that sandwich looked like shit. Was that a tomato sandwich?
I know a tomato sandwich.
They made a tomato sandwich.
Listen, yeah, well, I mean, they're overseas, Ferris. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't give a shit. Spain actually has good food.
But that's a delicacy over there. You know what I'm saying? You get a good.
You don't know that. You're just saying that nonsense.
Oh, my granddad used to eat Mater sandwiches. You know what I'm saying?
So you're telling me Alabama cuisine reached Alabama? I mean, reached Spain? Is that what we're saying?
I'm telling you, man. You get you a couple of pieces of toast. You know,
Justin, I'm sorry. Not even the most backwoods hillbilly in America eats tomato sandwiches by himself.
Hey, man, watch out. You're talking about my late granddaddy, man.
I'm saying you lying.
Oh, man, you an asshole, Ferris.
I'm saying you're lying. I'm saying your granddaddy had a little bit more class.
He was eating the tomato sandwich with the mayonnaise and black pepper. That's what I don't eat it. I don't like tomatoes.
That can't be a real thing.
That is a real thing, man.
That is disgusting.
Bro,
that is disgusting. Thing, that is nasty. That is nasty. I would rather starve.
Sometimes people poor, man.
I would rather starve.
Listen, all right. So before I was distracted away from the main point is, for one, don't eat no food from some woman you betrayed. And then sure as hell, don't ask her for help in the situation that's about to possibly end the world. And then like, don't give her no kiss at the end. You know what she's going to do afterwards, idiot.
No, but he didn't kiss her. She kissed him.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, she comes up to get that kiss, and all he had to
walk away.
No. If he would have gave her a little Frenchie, you know what I'm saying? A little tongue action, like he was meaning it. Like, hey, baby, I'm coming back for you when this is all over. Like, if he would have just played into it, gave her a little lippity lip, you know what I'm saying? Some of that good stuff. Brandy knows what I'm talking about. She's in the chat. You know, if he would have gave her some of that stuff right there, then guess what? 100%. Like, this all would have been great and gravy because she wouldn't have never betrayed him. She would have been like, hell yeah, she would have helped out the cause. She would have helped end this whole damn thing. Maybe even the priest guy gets to survive, but hell no. This dumbass, she comes up there with her lips to give him that kiss. She's on her tippy toes, ready for excitement, and he just sits over there and doesn't do anything and just walks away. And then you expect this woman, after you betrayed her technically like twice, you know what I'm saying? You don't ate her.
I think it was more than twice.
You're going to expect. You're going to expect.
You're technically betray her.
How does that even happen? How do you even think that's going to happen? How do you think that's going to end, man? When you like do that to that girl, you know what I'm saying? And then walk out the door. Listen, this is the world ending. Listen, I'm telling you right now, right, Ferris? Let's put you in this scenario, right? Put you in the scenario of you're the main character here. You used to be the mayor. You had a woman. Then you meet this hottie, and you're like, oh shit, I gotta have some of that. So you kind of, betray the woman that you was with. You shouldn't have, but you did. You fell into temptation, okay? And then the end of the world is going to happen, right? And the one thing that you got to do, or that you could do to help everyone survive, you save everybody, man. The rest of your family,
that good lingua,
everything. All you got to do is just give her a little bit, man. Give her a little bit of that action. Slap those cheeks, clap those cheeks one more time, Ferris, to save the world. What decision would you make? Would you walk her off Would you walk off away, or would you just go ahead, clap the cheeks, and save the world?
I'm clapping the cheeks, saving the world, man.
But you left out the part where you have Elena there too. So I mean,
but like, dude,
amen. You get a little. Hey man, you get a little piece of.
Have you seen her?
No. Hey, no. Listen, I okay, all right. I get it. You know, you get a little peach cobbler on the side for a little bit, then you go back to the cake.
Listen, I'm just saying. So this is basically what Caleb's saying, right? So like he had this hot dog, and he was happy with the hot dog for a long while, right? Simple food, but it's good, right? You know what I'm saying? This lady ain't.
I don't know if it was happy though. She was naggy. She was naggy. It wasn't like a naggy hot dog.
It wasn't but it wasn't a rotten hot dog or nothing. It was a hot dog. It got you.
Now we're assuming this was a good marriage beforehand.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it was a good marriage. She always nagged him.
Listen, I'm telling you though, you had a hot dog in front of you, right? It sustained you for a while. It got you good. You're okay. You got some feelings for the hot dog.
Then you got filet mignon.
But then Big Daddy Steak comes to town, right? You know what I'm saying? Or wait, Caleb, I forgot who I was talking to for a second. So never mind. Screw this analogy. So let's go back.
Yeah, man, don't get nasty. Okay,
let's
calm down.
Back to a better analogy.
We still need to review the show, guys. Let's review the show.
What Caleb's saying is like they some green beans, right? That's kept him alive, kept him good, right? Because he's obvious, he doesn't eat meat. So like the green beans are fine, right? They doing this thing, giving him some protein and everything else. But then here comes, damn, this is a hard analogy because now I can't think of something that trumps green beans. Like, what would it be, Caleb? I'm not a vegetarian. Like, is there like a fruit out there?
It would be that steak. That steak.
Oh, okay. So like you've been eating these green beans. They've been sustaining you. You're good. So green beans been sustaining you, but Big Daddy Steak comes to town. Big 14-ounce ribeye. You know what I'm saying? Like gigantic shit comes in, and you like, oh, gnawing on that shit. You done got that meat in your mouth. You happiest man ever walked the face of the earth. And then to save the world, though,
what are we talking about right now?
To save the world, you got to eat the green beans, Caleb. That's what you're saying, is you wouldn't go back to the green beans. Caleb's saying that he will sacrifice the earth for that steak. You know what I'm saying?
For the woman he loves.
He
would sacrifice the world.
You know what? Save the world. He doesn't care. He only cares about his woman.
But
a lot of dudes.
It's Elena, though. It's like,
man,
like, come on,
bro, sacrificing everybody. All right, I got you. I get you. But I've already kind of said I'm looking forward to season 2. So like, let's end this with: will you guys open up the first episode of season 2 that comes out? Maybe you're not as excited to hit on it Monday night when it drops.
Absolutely.
But will you hit up this show and give it a chance for season 2? Give season 2.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. I'm down for it because I like the craziness. Like Caleb liked the drama, Danny liked the titties, Ferris liked a little bit of everything, I think, because like he got excited during some of those moments with even some of the stuff that I like, which is the gore. I love the like different monsters they brought out, like all that kind of stuff. I enjoyed
demon, spider, baby.
Bro, I almost want to go back and watch that episode again, man. That thing was crazy.
That shit was crazy.
Can you remember what we called it? You remember when they were trying to get out? They were like at the church or whatever, and they're trying to escape. That big ass thing shows up that I don't even know what the hell. It was crazy and ate that one guy. You remember, like they just like broke that one guy in half. They were trying to escape out of the church or in Rome or something.
Oh like yeah. And it snapped. It ripped the his priest friend, his mentor priest friend. It rips him in half.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll go back. I'll go back and watch that episode and find out what we called it.
Yeah, because that was
what episode was that?
I don't even know. It's been a long time. Ferris has been.
Yeah, it's been 2 years. 2 years.
I'll find it, guys. But
nah, man, I'm excited for this coming up season. To be honest with you, since I've actually had to do this, come back and do this the final episode of 30 Coins season 1, the final episode. Finally talking about it, but like as we talked about it, like I was like, man, and like I said, I remember it jumped the shark in that last episode. The first time I watched it, when we were actually watching it, regular. Me and Danny watched it, and it was like, I remember me and him like, where the hell did that big monster go? just disappeared. Like I remember even saying that. But yeah, rewatching the episode, I actually rewatched it today. It's the same thing as Caleb did. But have fun, man. I have fun with it. It made me want to watch season 2, to be honest with you. Like, but get out of here, man. You guys got any last comments?
Hey, man, last thought, man. Where the hell are the sheriff and that other dude going?
I don't even know. You talking about the
the village crazy person and the sheriff?
Yeah.
Where are they going?
I just know they almost got ran over. People escaping.
Yeah.
They just got left
They're
over.
just walking away. Yo, man, dude, the way the priests showed up, all of them, they just like roll up in their Lexuses and they all just walk out in that white.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, what the hell? What is this?
Like he shows up white and then he's just normal again. It's like they kind of like show you things to just like freak you out, and then they just never show it again.
No, I'm talking about when they were dressed white, not when the dude
when he was all white. Why was
he
all white?
When he was in his demon form.
Yeah,
when he was in his demon form, yeah.
Yeah, because like you're right about that too. Like he's like jumping around behind them and stuff, like saying words into his ear and shit.
Yeah. Show me your real face. Show me your real face.
He never does that again. You know what I'm saying? Actually, guy like leading this whole thing, like the mastermind, I guess you would call it, the guy that puts things in place. I get it that this is one of those things to where the humans are the ones that actually control technically what's happening. The demon or whatever it is can only go so far. He can put things in place, but he can't control it, right? So I get that. He can't like show up and technically just like destroy everything and automatically make it happen or whatnot. But so I get that part. But yeah, man, home dude just sits down in his chair like it ain't even a big deal. He didn't even look super sad. He just sits down in the chair, changes form, and gets up and shows up in New York at the very end. You know what I'm saying? Like to get this thing started again. It's, you know, it looked like he had a little bit of disappointment. Like, damn, not again, dude. Come on, man. Can y'all dumb son of a bitches like get your shit together? This is the closest we've ever been. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see the different characters in season 2, what they're doing now and stuff is going to be. And this is like a 2-year gap. So, like, how far in the future, how much time's going to be taken up during this? You know,
is Elena still alive? Because you know she lost a lot of. She lost a lot of blood in her jugular, man. It was her jugular, man. The jugular is a very sensitive area.
Listen, man, Caleb wouldn't have let her die.
I can't
what
come
I'm
off.
getting. Yeah, Caleb. If we open up season 2, episode 1, and we find out like there's a little storyboard at the very beginning saying she did, or maybe we're at her funeral, the very first thing. Are you done with the show?
I'll still watch the show.
No, yeah. I'll start to watch it.
Oh, you'll still give it a chance, even if they kill off Elena.
That's devastating. It's devastating, though.
It's gonna. All right, I got you. That's how it is. But with that being said, guys, we finally did it. We finally did the final episode breakdown of 30 coins because, like, realistically, this series has been one of our most watched things we've ever put on YouTube. Last time I checked, it was like ungodly how many views these shows have. Compared to some of our other stuff. And like, I like everybody that gave it a chance to watch more than just like a couple of seconds or a couple of minutes and everything else. Please, if you're out there, if you're still with us right now, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Like, make Ferris a happy man. You know what I'm saying? Make Ferris smile. One of the best smiles in the business, Ferris Muthon. And you know what? He's got a chance to become famous, man. He's out there working for the big dogs out there here and there, doing his schooling when he gets graduated. You know what I'm saying? He's taking us all up with him. You know what I'm saying? He's not leaving no man behind. So that's what I'll leave a couple
people behind.
Damn, I might be one of those shit. All right. Well, with that being said,
don't do nothing crazy. Then we'll see.
Can't wait for season 2. And the people that do watch this, man, leave a comment down below. Tell us like you want us to cover season 2, and we'll probably do it. We'll probably do it anyway. Just like I said, some of the most watched stuff that we have on here is about 30 coins. So might as well.
Yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button, man. Subscribe, bro. Absolutely. Because YouTube, Google's purging inactive accounts. So, be active, do with your account, and keep us towards our way to 1,000.
All right, man. And you know what is a perfect show to come out during this time? Because we did talk about all the monsters and stuff. Halloween's coming up, man. And with all that,
trick or treat responsibly. And if you don't trick or treat, party responsibly.
Yeah. Nah, man.
And don't eat
You ain't
tomato sandwiches.
Yeah. Well, nah. I mean, I don't know, man. You can't be saying that, man.
You're coming from the vegan. It should be.
That
It
is
should be.
bad. That's wrong.
Yeah,
man.
if it's coming from the vegan, it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, bro, come on, dude. Like, come on. Like, you know, there's people in California eating them avocado sandwiches and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and they're stupid too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you think I was gonna defend those people? Avocado toast, dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Get out of here with that bullshit. That's supposed
Man,
to be
you don't put avocados on toast. You put avocados on a burrito bowl.
On a burrito bowl, little rice and everything else. All right, guys. Just like Spider Demon Baby, stay creepy out there, man. It's Halloween time.
Yeah,
it's
man.
October, man. And until next time, peace.